Welcome, what is up? Thank you for tuning back into the Chaos Slayer. Of course, I'm Chris Chaos here with the 411 for Monday Night Raw, Atlanta, Georgia, November the 13th. I'm going to do this video a little differently than I had been doing my 411 review videos. I'm going to go through the matches, just give you winners and losers, and then I just want to talk about a couple of things on Raw. Bayley beats Dana Brooke and Mickie James to become the 5th member of the women's Team Raw team for SmackDown. Enzo and Gulak beat Kalisto and Tozawa. Jason Jordan beats Bray Wyatt and then gets decimated. His knee does by Bray. The Shield beat The Miz and The Bar. Finn Balor and Samoa Joe beat The Club. And Kane and Braun Strowman, well, I'll get to that at the end. First and foremost, you got to know that when Stephanie starts the show, that it's going to be good. Now, I expected the whole Jason Jordan thing to get settled. I didn't really think that he was going to be a part of the team. But it wouldn't have been the worst thing in the world for him to have been a part of the team, just to be honest with you. I am a firm believer in he needs to be in big spots to build him up. Because I think a lot of money can be made with Jason Jordan. The problem is making him Kurt Angle's son. I've never been 100% on board with this, and I never will be. I think it's going to end up doing a lot more damage than it is helping him in the long run. And tonight, the crowd, who was already turning, completely flipped. You need to remember that this crowd tonight, the live audience, is in Atlanta, Georgia. This is not a New York crowd. This is not a Chicago crowd, an Orlando crowd. You know, this is not a post-WrestleMania crowd. This is just your average run-of-the-mill Monday Night Raw that just happens to be in Atlanta, Georgia. Not necessarily one of the, like, quote-unquote, on-fire cities for pro wrestling. I mean, it is. It's still a top city, but it's not like you can't compare Atlanta to Chicago. You can't compare Atlanta to New York. You can't compare Atlanta to Orlando. You just can't, because it's not the same. It's not the same environment. The same people are not same kinds of people or whatever. Same kind of fans and things like that. The crowd just absolutely shit on Jason Jordan. There's no other way to. There is no other way for me to say it, but they did, and I like it because I think it helps set up Triple H coming out and taking Jason Jordan's spot, and now Jason Jordan gets pedigreed. He gets taken out of Survivor Series. He gets his knee messed up. And this can all further a heel turn focused on Kurt Angle. I, for one, have said for months that at WrestleMania, we needed a match between The Miz and Kurt Angle. Because that's a money match. That's a big-time match that The Miz deserves. I don't think it's going to go that way now. Because I think now they've completely set the table. You have to turn Jason Jordan heel. You have to. The fans already hate him. You need to turn him now while it's still hot. Like I said, they completely flipped on him tonight. He's no longer in Survivor Series. He can feel betrayed by his father. It's good storytelling going forward. And basically, it writes itself. You come up, this is writing, this should be pro wrestling writing 101. You come up with an idea, and then you don't have to come up with other ideas. You know, this, by setting the table, as I say, and what I mean by that is you've put Jason Jordan in a spot where if he turns heel, it can turn into a little bit of money. Now, it's not going to be like huge money or anything because the business is not like that anymore, but it's good business. Brock and Paul, I mean, it just kind of is what it is. Paul should have completely buried the guy that proposed to his girlfriend during his segment. Had it been another promotion or organization, that probably would have happened. Yet, this is Monday Night Raw, this is live television, this is a publicly traded company. You can't go too far. Besides, it's still the PG era. Had this been, say, Ring of Honor, some things might have happened. If this definitely was ECW, it would have been totally different. The fact that Paige didn't show tonight was BS. I don't know. I don't know. I tweeted out my original thoughts because the original rumors were that Paige was going to come back and be on Team Blue, and now the latest rumors were she was going to be on Raw. I think Raw needs her more, but I would rather her be on SmackDown. I think you could have Charlotte win the title tomorrow night, and Paige somehow takes her spot, like a surprise at Survivor Series. Natty's like, no, I'm not going out there. I don't care. I'm not being a part of this. This is horrible. And then there's Paige. It could work. They can make it work. We'll just see. Because I don't know. And yes, I feel like I'm stretching a little bit for that, but I want Paige back. I want her on TV. She's healthy. She can go. She's been training. She's recovered. Let's get on with this, okay? Let's screw her posting a picture on. Everybody already knew that she's about to come back, so that's not her spoiling anything. Everybody already expects it. It doesn't mean that it's still not going to be like a complete shock, or not a complete shock, because it won't be a complete shock, but it'll still be surprising whenever she does make her return. And people will be ecstatic about it, over the hill. Her name will trend on Twitter. People will, I love Paige. It's going to happen. Why not? We already know that she's cleared. We already know she's been training. We already know that she's been backstage. Just do it. Who the fuck cares if it's such a big surprise or not anymore? Who the fuck cares? Let's just get it over with. Let's just do it. The end. Kane, Strowman. The match never starts officially. It just ends up being a fight. And Strowman puts Kane through the ring. This is something that has been done numerous times on WWE TV. And it was all taken from ECW, from a match in 1998 at a pay-per-view called Living Dangerously in Asbury Park, New Jersey, between the then television champion Taz versus Bam Bam Bigelow, R.I.P. One of the greats. I love Bam Bam. By the way, Bam Bam for Hall of Fame. Let's make that happen too. Bam Bam puts Taz through the ring while Taz has the Taz mission, or the Kata Hajime, on him. Back bump through the ring. They go through the ring. Bam Bam crawls out and then pulls Taz, pins him, wins the title. I don't love it. Like I didn't like just hate it, but I didn't love it. I'm just kind of like, again. I'm like, okay, but it's, again. I noticed during the main event, and I had noticed previously throughout the night, that the video boards weren't on rings, wasn't on the side of the ring, which I like. That's why. I wish they would take all that LED stuff off of the ring anyway. It's too much. But anyway. As far as the go-home show, the go-home Raw for Survivor Series, and we'll see how SmackDown does tomorrow night, I liked it because everything built. Now, there were still a couple of things, Kane and Strowman. The Finn Joe thing, I don't know exactly where they're going with that, but I hope that it doesn't end up like Sheamus and Cesaro a year ago, where they put them together as a tag team. I hope they don't do that with Finn and Joe, but we'll see. And then the whole Shield and the Shield versus the Miz and the Bar, little things, but then big things. Survivor Series is the big thing. And we'll see how this plays out tomorrow night on Raw. I expect Shane to do some kind of promo. He's got to respond to Triple H, and we'll see how it goes. So on that note, I will see you guys tomorrow night for the 411 for SmackDown Live, and I will live tweet-ish tomorrow night. So tweet me at The Answer Chaos. Till then, deuces. Chaos out.